Wake up, everybody. They lied to you. Crypto is the future of the monetary system. Now, here's what's going to happen. In about 2 years from now, people are going to wake up to this reality and say, I should have, I would have, I could have. What I've been breaking down to you guys is facts, figures, numbers, logic, and how this is way too coincidental. That Bitcoin was created in 2009. In 2012, there was a bunch of switch. There was a shock to system in 2020. And now all of a sudden, cryptocurrency is part of the presidential election. So I'm going to continue to break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic, but you need to make an informed decision. This is about democratizing private finance and making you realize that you have an opportunity right now to take control and sovereignty of your wealth and transform your family's life during one of the biggest macro trades, as Raul Paul says, in history. And he says, don't fuck this up. Let's dive right in. So I'm going to dive right in, and on the back end of every video, I share with you guys exactly what I'm doing. So this video is about showing you, guys, the banks are involved now. The banks are in, okay? The banks are in. Wells Fargo's R3, 2000, I think it was 17. Bank of America, Ripple's in their patent. JP Morgan, Onyx, right? They're telling you Bitcoin's a fraud. At the same time, they're allowing clients to have access to it now. That doesn't make any sense, guys. That just doesn't make any sense. We just have to be logical about this. And the reason why I bring this up is because I spent a lot of time, in the steam room and sauna and, gyms, and people still come up to me and say, hey, man, do you think this Bitcoin is real stuff? Is this going to be here? And it just blows my mind. But I get it. The indoctrination system is so deep, and they made us believe it's so used for money laundering, that it's so negative that people cannot see, what is it, the tree through the forest? Anyways, let's just listen to the facts, figures, numbers, logic, but don't miss this opportunity, guys. Just don't miss it.
Nancy Sagalos now joins us with new reporting on the Wall Street firm that's getting more and leaning into that Bitcoin trade. Mac, who is it?
Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
So this week we got a fresh take on what institutional adoption looks like with those U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs. And Goldman Sachs added $418 million across 7 different U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs, more than half of that in BlackRock, the IBIT fund. And what's interesting is that it was just in April that their wealth management unit CIO told the Wall Street Journal that there wasn't much client appetite for that product. Clearly that tune has changed. You've seen other banks jump in, HSBC, Bank of America,
Morgan Stanley.
Morgan Stanley. But what's interesting is that they actually paired their holdings in these spot Bitcoin products.
Okay. So just like she said, from April, May, June, July, we're in August now. All of a sudden, boom, the tune is switched, guys. First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. All of a sudden, the Ripple case ends. They're paying their fine, and now all the banks are like, green light, let's go. This is where it gets really, really fun. Now, the exciting thing is we're still in the extreme speculation phase. That's why you can still get great buy-in prices and make a large amount of profit. So Wells Fargo ventures into cryptocurrency with Bitcoin ETF. This was on May 12th, 2024. Wells Fargo, one of the prominent banking institutions in the United States, has revealed its foray into the world of cryptocurrency through investments. Various Bitcoin exchanges trade ETFs. The disclosure was made in a regulatory filing submitted by the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. Morgan Stanley tells wealth advisors they can pitch Bitcoin ETFs in a first for the big bank, August 2nd, 2024. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Wells Fargo offer Bitcoin ETF products to their clients. Wealth management platforms offer access to Bitcoin ETFs. Bank of America, Merrill Arm, Wells Fargo brokerage unit are offering access to ETFs that invest directly into Bitcoin, underscoring the increasing acceptance of the product by mainstream firms. And if you need any more proof here, let's just go to the SEC. This is right off the SEC.gov archives, okay? If you pull this up here, if you notice the name right here, JP Morgan Chase, okay? If you just need more evidence, for those who are still not believers, Bitcoin, you just type in Bitcoin, boom, there you go. It's all over, guys. Bitcoin. This is the ETF. This is JP Morgan Chase getting access to the ETF. Remember, Jamie Dimon told you it's used for money laundering, but they allow their clients to invest in things. That's the part that, think about logically, guys. Okay. It's used for money laundering. It's a pet rock. He got so upset this year when they interviewed him. He said, "I'm not talking about this anymore." You know, it was on there was when they were I think they were in Davos. And it's like, but you'll let your clients invest in it? That like just put on your logical circuit, guys. Like, you'll let your clients invest in something that's used for money laundering? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just illogical. So, I mean, I think we've been played. I honestly think that we've been lied to and we've been played. 2009, Bitcoin's inception. It's nothing to get upset about, guys. It's a transfer of money. Money is changing energy. And I promise you, I love what Raul Paul says. He says, don't fuck this up. Excuse my language. He says, don't fuck this up. And just owning a piece of history, I mean, look at it as buying a piece of history, right? So instead of telling you what to do, which I never will do, I'll tell you what I'm doing. And anything I speak of is exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm accumulating as much Bitcoin as I can right now. I have a ton of XRP. You guys all know that I'm a big XRP fan. I have things like XLM. I have a little bit of Cardano. I have some HBAR. I have QNT. I do own Ethereum as well. I've had that for a long time. HBAR is something that I accumulated. So my biggest bags are HBAR, VeChain, XLM, XRP, Bitcoin would be my highest holdings right now. For gaming, I have Gala. So see, I have supply chain, I have payment tokens, infrastructure, and store of value. Now, I'm not trying to get rich quick. I don't even care if the bull run comes. What I'm looking at is a long-term fundamental horizon. Do I know a bull run's upon us? Absolutely. So what I do is I just stay calm. I just keep buying when it dips. I dollar cost average in every single day. When it goes up, I use the risk pyramid. When it skyrockets, so when everybody gets all excited in 2024 back end and 2025, when all this money's coming in, everybody thinks they're going to catch the big kahuna wave. It's just like the casino. You're not. You're not going to catch the big kahuna. You're just not. That's why that's why they have the lottery. That's why they have casinos, right? Everybody's trying to win the lottery. But imagine a world if you pulled profits on the way up and you secured those profits. What I do is I pull those profits and I pull it down. I use insurance. I insure my wealth. I use index universal life. Some people use whole life. Some people use IULs. Some people use other vehicles. I use insurance. Okay. I make sure my family's insured with term and I make sure my money is insured with index universal life. There's reasons why I use index universal life. I think whole life is great as well, but I use IUL because it works for me and my goals. Okay. From there, I have businesses in information, technology, attention, and education. I have businesses that I scaled up so they make money 24 hours a day. I take the money that I make, I put it back into the capital markets. I repeat the process. Now we're heading into multifamily. We're starting our own real estate fund. We're going to get into multifamily. Okay. I have precious metals. I have a little bit of silver. I use Bitcoin as my gold. I think gold is going to be a store of value. I think it's going to change the world. I think it's going to be one of the greatest macro trades in human history. So I just repeat that process. We're going into a very, very beautiful bull run coming up. There's going to be a large amount of money made in a short amount of time, not get rich quick. So if you don't have a game plan, if you're waiting for crypto to get rich and you're following these influencers that are getting into a pump and dumps and meme coins and all that stuff, they're making the money, guys. They're making the money. Very few people do well in that environment. It's creating addictive behaviors. It just doesn't work. That's not how real investing works. There's not one wealthy mentor that I've met, not one person building large amounts of wealth that's chasing meme coins. They're just not doing it. It's not, the wealthy people, Bitcoin, yeah, quite a few wealthy people I've met in XRP, yeah, the very fundamental real world solve. They're not risking their wealth and meme coins and things like that. We got to get out of that mentality. Okay. That's like playing the lottery. That's like go play the lottery, go to the casino, go to the gas station, buy a lottery ticket. We need to rewire the brain, the foundation to end up in a different situation. So the banks are here. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about Russia, China, BRICS. I mean, it's here, guys. And I'm just going to keep repeating the same things over and over again because I know some of you still haven't taken action. Some of you are still on the sidelines. Some of you are still listening to your uncle and your mom and dad who are living in the old paradigm. The financial system, it's just a switch in money, guys. Take out all the conspiracies. Take out all this stuff that, you think there's this evil force stopping you. Money is changing. It went from barterability. It went into coins, and then it went into asset-backed currency, and then they made a dollar that looked like an asset-backed. It looked the same thing as a greenback, right? No, it's very different. They detached it from the gold standard, but it looked very familiar. They just didn't educate us on what was happening. They didn't educate us that they devalued our currency since 1913, 97 to 98%. I mean, go talk to people about what money is. They don't know. They just, money is like, I go to work, I get this stuff that helps me pay my bills. That's not how it's supposed to work. When you get money for trading time for money, you should be turning that money, you should be transferring, paying yourself first and putting that money into something that will eventually free up your time. Okay, that's why Americans are trapped. It's a land of the free, home of the brave, home of the enslaved. To a monetary system that teaches us to trade time for money, so much money we cannot pay attention. This is our one big opportunity to free our family. It won't happen in my kids' timelines. It won't. This is the one opportunity, and damn well my 20-year-old daughter's freaking killing it right now. Killing it. So then we need to pass it on to the next generation. So I love you guys. I'll get off my soapbox. If you need any support at all, if you go down in the description of my YouTube channel, you'll see a needs assessment. Okay, let me be very clear what that is. When you fill that out, if you will need help with retirement strategies, you hear about me ensuring my wealth, we can share with you different types of strategies. It's all about you. What are your needs? It's an absolutely free consultation. It's absolutely free. That's not me in your DMs. That's not me on Telegram. I don't have Telegram. I'm not messaging people on Telegram. I'll never message you on Instagram. I'll never ask about your portfolio. We do not invest people's money. So it's a free needs assessment where they share with you retirement strategies. They're going to find out what you need. What help do you need? That's in my social media platform as well. So be very careful of scammers out there. We work to block them and delete them every single day, but doing the best we can. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go. Love you guys.